wrestling fans? Bryce Remsburg here in your CHIKARA Event Center, and the road to WrestleCon is almost complete. This Saturday afternoon in Secaucus, New Jersey, you know that Disco Inferno and Steve Ray are going to be tearing it up the street at the Big Hog Wild show over at MetLife Stadium, but the party is going to be at the Meadowlands Expo Center all weekend long in Secaucus. Some of the greats of all of pro wrestling has to offer, and CHIKARA is going to be right in the thick of it. Hallowicked, one-on-one with Eddie Kingston, two first-year guys, two guys that have been with us since season one. Hallowicked, the first Young Lions Cup champion, currently 1/3 of the King of Trios, a former co-holder of the Campeonatos de Parejas. He's done it all in the fans' eyes. He's done it all in UltraMantis' eyes, except for one thing. He has never held the Grand Championship of CHIKARA, the championship that Eddie Kingston seemingly has a stranglehold on. He's approaching a year and a half as champion, and now, since Wing Vavasor has mandated that the title must be defended on every single CHIKARA event, every title match means that much more, and this is going to be a big one. This Saturday afternoon, Eddie Kingston to meet up with Hallowicked, who's standing by alongside UltraMantis Black.
The reawakening of the spectral envoy continues as this man, the Nightmare Warrior Hallowicked, marches down his path to greatness for which he has been destined. He has already soundly defeated Chuck Taylor, the mighty X-Pac, on April 6th in Secaucus, New Jersey, home to WWOR TV Channel 9, home to WrestleMania 29, home to WrestleCon, home to CHIKARA's The Shoulder of Palace. Hallowicked will storm that ring. He will deliver the thrashing of a lifetime to the War King Eddie Kingston, and he will pin his shoulders to the mat 1, 2, and 3, and finally he will claim that coveted CHIKARA Grand Championship for which he so richly deserves. And then at last, he will bring glory and greatness and grandeur to the spectral envoy. People of Earth, behold, open your eyes to the Nightmare Warrior Hallowicked! Open your eyes to the reawakening of the spectral envoy.
And you know that that one is going to be a barn burner, which is great news unless you're a barn. Another marquee match on your way this Saturday afternoon at WrestleCon. Jigsaw and the Shard, the self-proclaimed dream team of the season. They've been a thorn in Mike Quackenbush's side ever since Jigsaw super kicked Mike in the throat back in Manhattan, back in November. Well, now Mike seems to have a great equalizer. He seems to have a mystery partner that he is quite content with, that he's quite excited about. Well, Jigsaw and the Shard feel differently.
I'm sure by now all of you have heard the words from Lightning Mike Quackenbush on the last Event Center. I know I have. I've listened to that thing over 100 times, Mike, because for the first time in a long time, I feel like you were talking to me, like you spoke to me. You didn't talk down to me, Mike. You weren't barking orders at me. You spoke to me. You know, it was never easy standing in the shadow of the great Lightning Mike Quackenbush. And trust me, when I say this, I know how great you are. But I am just as good as you, Mike. I am better than you. On April 6th, this Saturday in Secaucus, New Jersey, it doesn't matter who you bring. It doesn't matter who on the roster you have to beg. It doesn't matter who of CHIKARA's past you have to pluck from obscurity. And it doesn't matter if you have to send an old buddy a text to ask him to brush off that black t-shirt of his. Because I have a partner who respects me. I have an equal. Not someone who looks down on me. Not someone who talks back to me or barks orders. I have the Shard. And we are the Dream Team. Mike, we've already beaten you twice. How many times are we going to have to do this? I don't care who your mystery partner is. This Saturday, not only will we beat you, we're going to break you.
But that's not all we have up our sleeves this Saturday afternoon at WrestleCon. 4-corner tag team action. One team could leave Secaucus with 3 points and a championship opportunity against 3.0. It'll be Obarian and Kodama of the Batiri. Mr. Touchin has a lot to prove to Dash Radfield. He wants to prove he makes a worthy partner as they enter this 4-corner tag team match. You have Sydney Bacabella's Devastation Corporation. They were just at the dance. They were just at the title shot. In one afternoon, they can sweep up 3 points and be right back in title contention. And of course, the return of the one and only UltraMantis Black, who has unearthed Blind Rage to be his partner in this 4-corner tag team encounter. Speaking of tag teams, how about some Atomico action for you? Fist, for the first time as a quartet, will meet up with Campeones de Preas 3.0, Gran Akuma, and Marty Jannetty, former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion. And Tag Team is the name of the game in these Atomico matches. How about another Atomico match for you? One more 4-on-4 encounter as the Colony teams with Frightmare to meet up with Soldier Ant and Colony Extreme Force. Wing Vavasaur sent me a very strongly worded email, wanted me to let you know that Colony Extreme Force t-shirts will be on sale this Saturday at WrestleCon. They range in size from adult small to adult 12XL, and the X stands for extreme, apparently. The X stands for extreme. Archibald Peck and Tim Donst, there must be a winner. King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones, no time limit. Saturnine and Cobalt, 1-on-1. All your Chikara favorites are gonna be in the house. It's WrestleCon. The eyes of the wrestling world will be upon northern New Jersey, and Chikara will be right in the thick of things this Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. bell time. You can't see this event on iPPV. You can see it in Secaucus, New Jersey at the Meadowlands Expo Center. Go to WrestleCon.com, check out the amazing lineup of this entire weekend, and get your tickets for Chikara action. We'll see you this Saturday because we're going to WrestleCon.